Okay, so it's been a while since I last worked on this suit, and it's just been trying to find the opportunity to get some work on it, because I was working on my World War II costume, and in fact, at the same time, I've been working on this, making a couple of World War II props. You'll see the full costume because I'll be uploading a video on MCM Birmingham, because I went to that. In fact, the date today, I have no idea what it is. It's the 24th of November, so I don't know how many days have passed since I last did a section for this video, but we're back working on the Infinity War suit, and this is what I'm at right now. I'm using this, which is it's hard to see, but it's like plastic. It was what this suit actually came in. And it's so much, for something like this, it's easier than using paper or trying to use tracing paper or whatever. So what I'm doing with this is I'm basically tracing what I need. I mean, you'll see over there my homecoming suit is just, it's unceremoniously dumped on the floor. That's because I was tracing some of the black bits on it. So again, it's not easy to see. There we are. Just tracing the section so that I don't have to try and recreate it, because obviously this material stretches, and the only way it will be held in place is when the pleather is put on it. See, I'm putting the pleather bits on first. I mean, I've got this image here. I'm using images from actual promotional art and screen grabs kind of thing of the actual suit, but some of it is guesswork. And but looking at it, obviously it's a black costume. They've actually said this is a black, all this is black with the red, but to be honest, you know, you can't get a black suit like that. It would be incredibly difficult to show the detailing, because I don't know how easy it is to see with this camera, but there's detailing on the blue parts, you know, on the legs, on the waist and on the arms. There's blue lines. In fact, I've got them on my homecoming suit right there. They're puff painted on. So as you know, I'm going with a blue suit to go underneath this, and what I'm doing is taking the black over the shoulders. So I've got the spider on, and I'm taking it over the shoulders like that, and then doing it up to about the middle part of the back spider, so to about here, something like that. This is a burn, by the way. I burnt myself with hot glue making this bloody thing, making my cardboard sten. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of work goes into these costumes, and props and whatever. So yeah, I'm working on that. So I'll be tracing these legs on and cutting them out of the pleather, sticking them on, and then I will try and assemble this suit to put it with the blue one. In fact, I'm also going to do the wrists, because looking at it, it looks like there's not really anything going up the forearm. If you looked at the homecoming suit, you've got obviously the web shooter, and then it goes up the forearm. I'm leaving the web shooter out because we haven't actually seen any images of the web shooter, but once we know what the web shooter looks like, I'll add it in. We'll probably see more of it the closer it gets to the release of Infinity War. Right now, it's about 6 months away from release, so they're still being so secretive. Marvel, release the trailer, for God's sake. But yeah, I'll be doing the shoulder bits. The shoulders are around here somewhere, and then obviously the wrist, which they shouldn't be too difficult to do, and then assemble the suit together. For the golds, originally I was going to use some gold fabric that I used for my 2012 Amazing Spider-Man lenses, but I don't have enough of it, so I'm going to have to use puff paint to do it's not metallic gold, it's a gold color, but I'll try and do something to make it look more golden. and that will go around the black bits. It will go around where it's needed, basically. So, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, and you'll be seeing the results of that. Okay, so it's the next day. It's the 25th, I believe it is, and I've added some more of the pleather to the suit. In fact, there we are, and right there. How am I going to get the suit on? Well, it's Velcro. It's Velcroed on right there. Obviously, it's not perfect right now. Still got bits to glue down, but generally speaking, I've got a lot of the black done. In fact, if I try and show you that, there's the back right there, and you know, it's getting there. It's a bit, it hurts a bit making this suit. You know, burning around here, it burns. I'm the best thing when it comes to making a costume for myself. You know, when it comes to making a costume for yourself, you are the best mannequin, even if it does hurt. And yeah, I mean, fortunately, I've only got one left to do, and you know, I've got that. I've only got one left to do, and that should be relatively quick and easy. And then what I'm going to do is, you'll notice I'm looking past. It's because I got the mirror right in front of me. I'm watching the screen on the back of the camera, just to make sure that I'm getting the shot right. But yeah, I mean, the legs are on like that. Ignore the pen marks, they were just there for guidelines. I mean, even if they are seen, oh well, you know, I don't buy printed suits, I make them. So that does include a lot of mark making. They may not even end up being shown, because what I'm going to do, once I've put all the pleather on, I mean, you'll notice one thing I haven't done is I haven't put on the eyes. I haven't put on the lenses yet. That's because I'm going to be doing all the gold puff paint on here and letting it dry, and then also sticking it to the blue costume and then putting the eyes on after I've done the web lines. So yeah, there's a lot of work that's going into this costume, and hopefully it'll be ready for next Saturday. Well, not next Saturday, next Friday, which I have a Christmas fair that I'm doing, and I'll also wear this for a party I have the following weekend. So yeah, it's all good. It's getting there. It's getting ever so close doing this Infinity War suit. Okay, it's now the 28th of November. The suit's coming along nicely. I've got oh, I'm useless when it comes to timekeeping. Absolutely useless. So it's the 28th day. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got 3 days. Right, 28th today. The first event that I have in this new suit is the 1st of February. That's 3 days away, and I'd say I'm on track. I'm on track to finish it, but this is the state of it so far. It's gone to the point now where I'm gluing it all together. It's going to be a bit abysmal on the back, but there's a bit of puff paint on there, and just sorting the whole thing out. So there are bits that are glued together already, like on the shoulders. The shoulders are glued on already, the waist. The handy thing is, you know, the seams. Having the seams on the costumes is actually very beneficial. It helps me know exactly where everything is and to line it all up. So that's always, you know, very helpful. And the eyes, the mask, I put the eyes on the mask, so that's that. So yeah, I'm just literally gluing it all together, and then I'm going to puff paint over it, and that should be the last little bit to do on the suit, and then it's all ready for Friday, and then whatever events and parties I do in the new year. In fact, I've got another party on the 9th of December that I'll be wearing this to, so we're getting there. 3 days now to get it done. Okay, so here you can see just how tedious it is. It's, you know, I'm working, this is the trickiest part, because this is where it could ultimately fail. Right here we've got the zip, on the blue suit. I use the undersuit for the zip because, well, it's easier rather than trying to combine them. But it's so difficult because I need to flatten it out because the zip does this. You can't see it, but it makes a little lump, and so I need to flatten it out to glue this down. But at the same time, you know, it's taking two hands to flatten it out, but I need both of them, or I need at least one to glue this down. I mean, fortunately it has, and I can move on. You know, the zip, as I said, is the hardest part, because if any glue gets on the actual zip right here, then that could ultimately ruin the suit, because if the zip gets caught on there, like going up and down, which is why I move as quickly as I can to get it clear. As long as this canal is clear, like between the edge of the red and the actual zip, as long as that's clear, I should be alright. I just gotta move extra quick when it comes to getting it clean, but it's going on alright. I will go over this puff paint at some point. Hopefully I'll have enough time to do it before it, you know. But it's super tedious and it's super frustrating. In fact, I'm playing on Call of Duty World War II at the same time, just to kind of calm myself down and, you know, take a bit of frustration, because this is really frustrating. Not a lot of people seem to really appreciate just how much work goes into making this suit. And I've made the PS4 suit, I've made the Homecoming suit, the MCU Superior suit. They've all been done in this method, and it is so time consuming, so frustrating, and then it just gets, you know, ignored by the guys in the Spidey Society, which I don't say that in a bad way. I mean, it is a bit annoying that I get swept under the rug in favor of people who get the printed suit, but well, you know, I don't do it for attention. I make the suits because they're fun, and because of the reactions I can get. You know, when I'm doing kids parties and events, or I'm going to Comic-Cons, and a child walks up to me, sees me as Spider-Man, and just their face lights up, it's the best feeling in the world. So I can't really complain all that much, you know. I get attention off the right people, is all I can say. And yeah, so this is the gluing part. This is, you know, once all this gluing is done, then I can move on to the puff paint. For the and the puff paint shouldn't take too long. It takes 4 hours for this to dry, except for this where it's blocked up. That takes a bit longer to dry, but in all it takes about 4 hours to dry each bit of puff paint, and you know, with 3 days to go, I should be able to do it. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, it's now the 29th of November, 2 days before I have my events where I'm going to be in my Infinity War suit. And this is the stage it's at now. I've started puff painting the golden sections, or the yellow sections in this case. Here's what's kind of ticked me off a bit. Normally puff paint, it doesn't take as long as it has done to dry. Like the lines, I mean, I've got to be careful because I've done this bit here, and I think up there, and all this, and up there. The lines are dry. They're completely dry. You know, they're not wet anymore. You know, they've taken their 4 hours, which is good. However, some of these bits in between the legs that had to be filled in are still wet. And considering that I puff painted these at about midnight last night, because, you know, I had the time to do it, and I figured, you know, if I get the puff painting done and let it dry overnight, then that gives me time to work on other aspects of it, Unfortunately, the time is now 5 to 12 in the morning, and it's taken 12 hours. 12 hours since I puff painted it, and it's still not dry. And it's like, you know, it's frustrating. You know, I'm at crunch time here. You know, I've got 2 days to get this done. 2 days to finish this, and it's taking forever. You know, I need to glue bits down. I need to glue these down. I need to glue the boots down. I need to glue the arms down. You know, I'm not bothering with the blue lines on here just yet. You know, for this event, I'm not going to bother. For the party that's coming next week, I'm going to try and do these lines for them. Sorry. But it's like, you know, I mean, I may try and borrow a hairdryer or something, you know, and find a hairdryer around here and blast it a bit, because, as I said, it's 2 days before I need this suit done. If it's not ready for then I'm going to have to resort to my regular homecoming suit. But I want to do this. I want to do the Infinity War suit for then. And, you know, as I said, if I can't do it for this event, I'll do it for the party next week. I mean, I did kind of promise the people who are running it that I'd have a brand new suit to debut. And it's taken its time. It's taken forever. And the thing is, I can't even stay here and do it because I have something I need to do in my city centre. So I have to. Sorry, I thought it had kind of stuck to the, because I'm using some weights to stretch it out, because I think that's partly why it's not drying. It's the fact that it's clumped up together. The material is like doing that. It's like squeezing together, and it needs to be stretched out, but I don't have a lot of weights, and it needs to be weighted down in a couple of different places, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out when I get back. And as I said, just borrow a hairdryer and just blast it a bit, because it's not like I can hang it up or put it over a radiator, because, you know, the bits of paint, it would get on the walls and I'd get in trouble, and it could also get on other bits of the suit I don't want it to go on. So it's so it's like, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. But fingers crossed I get there in time. I have managed to meet a deadline for costumes like this before, so hopefully it'll be done in time. So we'll just have to wait and see, wait and hope kind of thing. Okay, so earlier today I told you how I was despairing over the fact that the puff paint wasn't drying yet. Well, it dried eventually, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be wearing it. But yeah, this is where it's at so far. Just need to glue these bits on the arms, need to glue these bits on the calves, and do something for the back here. I'm not sure if I'm actually looking at it, but you know. And so I've still got a couple things left to do on it, but I'm more pumped to do it. You know, I've got more motivation because the trailer for Infinity War actually dropped online while I was out. So when I got back, I watched it straight away, and yet my boy Spider-Man in there, actually fighting Thanos. Spider-Man takes on Thanos, and it gave us a good few shots of the suit. Obviously, this is all fabric, it's not really metal, it doesn't look metallic or anything, so there's that. And the eyes actually light up. So what I'm going to do is outline the white bit on here with some light blue puff paint, just to give the effect that glowing kind of thing. In fact, I'll show you the suit with the mask on. If I take my glasses off, while I set it up there, and then I got hair in my eyes, so I'm blind in one eye. But there we are. There's the suit at the moment. So yeah, outline this section, being careful so that I don't actually hinder my vision. I may not even do it to these corners, because this is where I line up the eyes, and it's where, you know, it lines up with the corner of my eye. So I don't know, we'll see what I can come up with. But the suit is coming along very nicely, and you know, 2 days time it will make its debut. I think it's going to be ready in time. Just a few last little bits of gold puff paint. I won't do the arms yet, I'll leave them blank. I'll just do the rest here, around the belt and around the calves, because he's got like a design on the calves where it circles around it. So yeah, it's coming along nicely, and you'll see the final suit in the next couple of days, so keep watching. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now the 30th of November, and at long last, it's taken a while, and yeah, there's still a few flaws with it, but the suit is now complete. That's right, I've now finished the Infinity War Spider-Man costume, and I am so happy with how it turned out. As I said, there's a few flaws on it that obviously I'll need to iron out. I mean, this is the biggest culprit. I mean, it's a bit messy how it's been glued, and I mean, I may figure out a way of fixing that, but at the moment it'll do. But yeah, everything is now puff painted. So we got the chest emblem all puff painted, all like that. The arms that kind of go around. I haven't puff painted the forearms just yet, because that would take extra long to get, you know, one side and then to get the other side. So for the moment at least, it's just, you know, just the main bits that have it, all like that. The legs have been puff painted, and they've got the kind of design that he has on there, based on images, official images that I've seen. Of course, we didn't get to see his legs in, at least not clearly in the trailer. The back, I don't know how I'm going to show you the back emblem. That's something in me either. But actually, yeah, I know how I'm going to show you that. If I put the camera just there, you can see the back emblem. Hopefully, just like that. Maybe there's a little bit more puff painting that needs to be done, but oh well. Once again, it does the trick. And of course, if I take my glasses off, and I haven't done this yet, but you can see that the mask has a little bit of blue puff paint to simulate the glow. But let's see if I can actually look through it once I can get the hair out of my eyes. Oh man, it would be so simple if I could do that and not have to get an eye full of hair. There we go. Well, I can see. I can actually see through here, so I've done a good job with the puff paint around the eyes. Just like that. So I can still see. Yep. Brilliant. So I can show you now the full costume. So I set the camera about there, to that, there. That'll do the trick. You got it all here on the whole suit. I know I got to put a little bit of pleather across there to kind of finish up the band. I'm sure there's a better way of putting the camera, but I ain't a cameraman. Sue me, you know. But I got a good range of movement. Good range of movement. Actually, I haven't done any posing in it yet, so let's see. It's the ultimate one. Yep, I can crouch. I can crouch. It doesn't stretch. It doesn't, you know, split or anything like that. Actually, it's quite handy. There's a suitcase right here. I'm not going anywhere. is just, alright, there we go. You set the camera there. Yep, I can crouch just fine and get real low, twist around, you know. I got good range of movement, it doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel like it's going to break apart, so that's another success. And obviously with later images that get revealed, I'll be able to put web shooters on here because the wrists are a bit empty. I don't know what web shooters look like, so we'll just have to wait and see. And they will go on there, they're velcroed on, so I can get in and out. I only just realised after I stuck that all together that I actually have some black velcro, so I'm an idiot. But wow, I actually do look good. Whew! Mask hair. Major mask hair. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Obviously, and as I said, you know, it has flaws. All my suits have flaws. It can't be helped, you know. So, but yeah, it's ready for my event tomorrow where I'm going back to school. That's the event. There's a Christmas fair at my old primary school where I was there from I think about 2000 to 2006. So over 11 years ago. Actually, yeah, it was 2006. So yeah, 11 years ago was when I was last there, as a, you know, actually meant to be there. So it's going to feel weird going back, and at the same time it's going to feel weird going back, and this is literally what I'm going back in, you know. But we'll see if I can take some pictures. I'll certainly see if I can to post onto, because I'm doing it as my character hire company that I have, business. So I'll see if I can take some pictures for that. I've got a Santa hat that I'll be wearing along with it. I know I don't normally get into the Christmas spirit until after my birthday, but oh well. I gotta get into the Christmas spirit. I gotta get into it. You know, Spider-Man is just, he's gotta have fun, you know. And apparently they've got Santa's grotto, so Spidey will be entertaining the queue and quite possibly even seeing Santa himself. So so that'll be interesting. That'll be good fun. And then I've got a party next Saturday, the 9th of December. This will be the suit that I'll wear again, and that I think will be it for 2017, unless I do my hospital visit, in which case I'll probably chase that up. I'll probably see if I can go to it. It's the one that I went to with the ICC, but that's now been rebranded. It's now A Dream to Believe. But we'll see if I can do one in the Gloucester hospital, because it's easier to get to, and, you know, go around and go to the kids that can't be home for Christmas and be like, hey, Spider-Man, and, you know, put the other companies and the other businesses in Gloucester to shame, because I can do the accent, they can't. And in fact, there's something else that I like about it. You know, they're adults, they got beer bellies. I'm post-teenager, but I'm the exact height of Peter Parker, and if kids do see me without my mask on, I do look a bit like him. In fact, a couple of commenters on, I think it was my Insomniac Spider-Man suit, a couple of commenters actually said that I look like Tom Holland. So I haven't got their names with me right now. My tablet, I can use my tablet. So I'll take the camera with me, so you're not staring at the blank screen. Of course, I've got a couple other cosplay projects on the go. You know, I'm making some World War II props. So I got all sorts on the go. I will say this is probably my last Spider-Man suit for a while. I was initially going to do like the blue action figure Spider-Man Homecoming suit, but considering how tricky it was to get the same shapes for this one, I think I might hold off on that. But we'll see what I do next year. You know, it's mostly because I don't have a job. I don't have a full-time job. So it's the money problems, you know, which you know, I kept getting some money and was able to make these. So I'm just opened up my YouTube, and on watchmojo.com, top 10 biggest Netflix flops. You know, it's being brutally honest when you got Amy Schumer as the thumbnail. I don't know why I laughed like that. Let's bring that up. Yeah, you're now in an elevator, and I'm the music. So where is it? Where is it? I'm actually looking through my old YouTube on my tablet. For the recommended one, I get this Cinefix Spider-Man suit. It looked terrible. I didn't like it. Okay, so just kind of going through the comments to kind of, you know, give a shout out to you people. So Cristo Mi Fiel Amigo. It's probably better if I put my glasses on. I'm not that blind, but makes me look more intellectual. So Cristo Mi Fiel Amigo, you look like Tom Holland. Thanks, dude. That was one about the costume. And Deshaun R5454, he said, has anyone told you that you look like Peter Parker because you look like him? So to those two, to Deshaun I can't English. To Cristo Mi Fiel Amigo and Deshaun R5454, I don't know if you're going to watch this video, but thanks for your comments on how much I look like Tom Holland and Peter Parker. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that's why if kids see me without my mask on, it's not such a big deal. Whereas with the others, if they get caught with their mask off, kids are going to be like, oh, you're not Peter Parker. You know, and especially with the accent, you know, I get kids do that all the time. I get kids come up to me and they say, you know, oh, you're not the real Spider-Man, and you know, you're not real. And what I always like getting them with is by going, you know, in the character going, if I wasn't real, you'd be talking to yourself. If there are Americans watching this, I apologize if I just totally embarrassed myself, but you know, I get them with that. It does actually shut them up sometimes. You know, when you say, if I wasn't real, you'd be talking to yourself. And like, I mean, my favourite story is the kid that tried telling me Hobgoblin wasn't a real Spider-Man villain. You know, you get kids like that, but generally speaking, the kids are great. They love seeing Spider-Man. They love having him there. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. Going back to school, going in this suit, just having a blast. You know, 2 hours of entertaining people, of interacting in a new suit, and we'll see how that goes. So. So yeah, funnily enough, I'm actually just looking because I'm curious at what my popular uploads are. Well, one thing's for certain, you guys really, despite being 10 months old, you guys really liked how I made my Insomniac Spider-Man costume. You guys really liked that, so that's great. 2.3k views. I'm blown away by that. And you guys liked my MCM Birmingham November 2016 video, that came in second, and my Justice for Jack video, which was talking about bullying. You guys really liked those three topics: Comic-Cons, making the cosplay, and an issue like that, something that's relatable. To be honest, I'm not that surprised that my Zombie Chronicles videos are like the lowest end of the spectrum, because a lot of people have turned against Call of Duty. I mean, I've got the new one and I'm really enjoying it. I've prestiged and everything, so I mean, I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, so that's it. You followed the journey. You've seen how I basically assemble this costume, and I don't know, based on how popular the cosplay build videos are, I'm going to try and do more. You know, in fact, I'll show you. I'll probably do one for making these World War II props. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and you know, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like rating, add it to your favorites if you want to. Leave in the comments down below. I probably won't make them straight away, but if you could choose any costume for me to make, what would it be? I mean, I will draw the line. I won't do body paint. I ain't got the body for it. I won't do anime or manga, because I don't like either of them. I don't like anime or manga. And I'm not a huge DC fan. I know I do Joker, but I'm not a big DC fan. So if I see anyone that says like, oh, do Batman, and I know a couple of my friends will probably comment on it, say, do Batman, do Batman. And I know I'm doing Robin with Raz at some point, but you know, but any other costume, you know, movie, TV show, game, comic, superhero, anything like that, leave that in the comment below. I'll look in the comments below, sorry. I'll look at the character, I'll see if maybe I could do it in the future, but I make no promises. In fact, I don't even know what my cos plans are for next year. Probably just doing more Comic-Cons with the ones that I have, and something planned involving this and a few other Marvel cosplayers. So yeah, leave that down in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, more cosplay builds, Comic-Cons, geek-related stuff, anything like that, obviously I will do a video that looks back on 2017 like I did last year. But if you want to see anything like that, then hit that subscribe button, and until the next video, I have been Mighty Mr. Mooresky. You've been watching me build the Infinity War Spider-Man costume, and I hope y'all have a nice day.